The Court of King Harry. BS alert. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. Welcome, come one, come all, to the Court of King Harry, the Clown Prince presiding. What is this of which I speak? Well, according to information that has come from an individual called Rob Shooter, writing in his Substack, he shares the following information with us. Darlings, pour the tea. Prince Harry has just scored the win he's been chasing for years, and the ripple effect is pure royal drama. Sources, yes, those mysterious sources. They're not red, they're not brown. Sources close to the Monty Shit Show renegade tell me, that's Mr. Shooter, the UK government is reconsidering his security status. Well, let's pause there. You don't need any sources, red, brown, or otherwise, to tell you that it was reported in the press. He continues, no final decision yet, but this isn't just about protection. With a fresh risk assessment on the table, Harry is quietly laying the foundation for something far bigger, a fully functioning royal court in Britain, one that could ultimately rival Prince William's. Yeah, right. He's been playing the long game, one insider whispers. Apologies, I'll do that again. He's been playing the long game, one insider whispers. Right, let's stop there again. Harry has no concept of the long game. The man is a quarter wit. He has to be told which way to put his trousers on. He has always had people directing him, telling him what to do. Initially it was the palace and the men in grey suits, now it's his wife. Harry can't even spell strategize, never mind implement it. To suggest that Harry has been involved in some long game is really, it's not stretching credibility, it's just out and out errant wank. It completely is. And to suggest that somebody's going around saying, he's been playing the long game, it's just stupid. Who is ever going to believe that? They're not. But apparently, the source continues, Harry wants legitimacy. He wants to operate in the United Kingdom on his own terms. Meetings, charitable work, high-level engagements, without being treated like a guest in his own country. Well, if he wants that, he shouldn't have fucked off to the United States, should he, and acted like a rampant weapons-grade bell end. Another source, there's another one, adds, this isn't just about security. It's about creating a separate royal ecosystem. He's building a court, and he's doing it carefully. Is he? Is he building a court? Where? How? He's doing it carefully? There's nothing that Harry does carefully. He's haphazard has. Having worked inside the British royal family, Mr. Shooter can confirm this rings 100% true. Harry's strategy, of which there is none, is classic Sussex. Measured? No. Ambitious? Okay. And quietly unstoppable. I don't think you can stop something if it's not started, can you? Behind palace walls, the whispers are growing louder. Harry could re-establish a London base, hire permanent staff, and restart Sussex-branded operations. A move courtiers fear would create a dueling monarchy. William has his court, Harry wants his, a royal insider tells me. This isn't about a return to the family, it's about competing with them. Yet another source, gosh, they're queuing up today, confirms the security decision isn't just the first domino. Once it's in place, Harry can quietly expand his influence without anyone really noticing, until it's too late. Harry is not some Machiavellian mastermind. So buckle up, darlings. With security restored, a UK base being plotted and Harry determined to carve out his own royal ecosystem, The House of Windsor may soon have 2 courts and only 1 crown. Remember, if you're going to be naughty, you've got to be nice. Cheers, Rob Shooter, royal expert with inside access to the British Palace. Yeah. Okay, so that's what Mr. Shooter has to say about it all. Let's assume that this information that's been fed to him is true. I know. Just suspend that disbelief for a moment and assume that he's reporting on things that he has been told. Okay? Just because it's been said doesn't mean that it's true. But if he's reporting all of this faithfully, and that Harry is planning some kind of court of King Harry in the UK, given the fact that this man has never achieved anything, has never created anything, has never demonstrated an ability to plan and think ahead, that he's always been mollycoddled and handled by other people, why on earth would all of a sudden he develop the skills and ability to set up a Sussex court in the United Kingdom? He hasn't got the skills. He hasn't got the ability. He doesn't have the craft to do so. Therefore, even if it's true that what's been suggested, it isn't going to happen. There's another significant issue, that this one's wife won't let him do it because he's the intimate partner primary source, and to maintain control over him, she needs him close. He remains her validity. And therefore, she's not going to let him disappear off to the United Kingdom to re-establish a London-based higher permanent staff and restart Sussex-branded operations, is she? You know she's a narcissist. She needs to control Harry, allowing him to go off and establish a separate court. Spending all of that time in the UK does what? Undermine her control over him. So she's not going to let it happen, and we know that Harry repeatedly engages in what she requires of him. That's the way that it works. He is the dim-witted victim of her narcissism. Naturally, he buys into much of the things that she tells him, and he thinks it's a good idea because of the own issues that he has. But she's not going to let him go off there. I mean, think about it. Neither of them have got any ability to strategize properly. They can't keep their staff in California. There's the turnover there. Everything that they've done has failed and been ridiculed. I agree that they're ambitious, and that's driven by this one's wife's ambition of her narcissism. But the fact is, neither Harry nor this one's wife, and this one's wife simply wouldn't allow it, Harry doesn't have the ability to do all of this. It simply isn't credible. And what this smacks of is, yet again, another individual that comes along claiming that they've got inside information for the purposes of getting views and clicks. And it's just, to my mind, bullshit. It completely lacks credibility. The subject matter does, and it's always attributed to these sources, etc. It's once again somebody that's decided that there is money to be made off the back of the Sussexes, another of the Johnny or Janie come latelys that we've seen in the last couple of years, who've decided, oh look, there's plenty of people that are getting hits and views in relation to the Sussexes. I'll join the game, even though haven't got anything meaningful to add to it, that they don't bring any fresh analysis, and all they end up doing is making stuff up for the purposes of trying to distinguish themselves from the rest of everybody else. You know, valuable viewers, which of the commentators and YouTubers and posters on X are habitual peddlers of made-up information. They've got a reputation for it. Interestingly, I, in an idle moment when I was waiting at an airport recently, asked the AI grok on X who were the worst purveyors of misinformation in the Megxit community, and it's no surprise that the same old names were churned out by it, recognising their propensity for telling fibs, making things up, and coming out with porky pies. And the reason that it selects that is based upon its own assessment of what they say is against material reported elsewhere, but also Grok analyses reactions from people calling out the behaviour. So one good thing is that these purveyors of made-up nonsense, and you know who they are getting more and more called out. And I think we have another instance of it here. Somebody coming along claiming that they've got some kind of exclusive with regard to Prince Harry's secret long game. Indeed, the heading of the article from this individual is to suggest that it is an exclusive, that this is news that nobody else has. Exclusive, Prince Harry's secret long game. He's setting up a rival royal court to William. Exclamation mark is the heading on this information. It's not something that Harry can achieve. And once again, it's an instance of made-up information. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.